One serious note, to my bones, I believe that reporting and the White House Correspondents Association is as necessary as ever.
All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn newspaper.
President Biden's decline and its cover-up by the people around him is a reminder that every White House, regardless of party, is capable of deception.
What are you doing?
But being truth tellers also means telling the truth about ourselves.
In today's video, I'm here to talk about something that's got my blood boiling. And if you're a patriot who loves America, it's going to get yours boiling too. We're diving into a story that's straight up outrageous, and I'm going to lay it out for you as clear as day with the kind of truth-telling gusto that I hope to emulate the late, great Rush Limbaugh. So buckle up, because we're talking about President Trump calling out the shadowy figures who were pulling the strings behind Joe Biden's so-called conspiracy. Let me set the stage. Spent a few years in the Navy working on submarines, long nights, whatever, fighting red, white, and blue. When you're out there, you learn to spot something's fishy, and when orders don't add up, or when someone's trying to pull a fast one, let me tell you, what's been going on in Washington, D.C. stinks worse than the mess decks after a week at sea. President Trump, God bless him, just dropped a bombshell on his Truth Social platform, and I've got the tweet here, also on Twitter. It's the kind of thing that makes every veteran sit up and say, what in the hell is going on? Now, here's the article. This is from the Gateway Pundit. President Trump just called out or called for the arrest of the person who operated Joe Biden's Autopen. Wants him to go to jail. And this is something that many people have got some doubts about, the validity, if these pardons signed by Autopen are legal, if they have any standing, any validity. Okay? And I would love to get your opinion down in the comments. Do you think that these Autopen signatures are valid? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm 100% with Donald Trump on this. Biden was signing important documents himself, we think, but not really. Someone else was using this Autopen to slap his name on things like pardons for crooks. Biden didn't even know what was happening, and the mainstream news media was covering for him. Can you believe this? And right now, this is all alleged, but there's just a lot of evidence to say that the man who was supposed to be running our country wasn't just out, running the country. A lot of time on the beach in the Virgin Islands, napping, or doing some other stuff behind closed doors. That's not just wrong, it's a betrayal of every American, especially those of us who love America and swore an oath to defend this nation. Let's break this down. I'm going to show you here Donald Trump's tweet. Here is the tweet that he put out on Truth Social, and it's obviously made its way over here to Twitter. Hopefully, Act Blue, the Democrats' illegal scam used to raise money, including from not allowed foreign contributions, is being looked at by authorities. The Dems only know how to win by cheating, something which they do better than any group or party in history. But now, with their terrible policies and candidates, and people like crooked Adam Schiff, who demanded a full pardon from Sleepy Joe leading the way, it is almost impossible to reach their money goals. The USA is wise to these scoundrels and crooks. Also, why did the Autopen give Schiff a pardon? We've yet to find out what he's actually been pardoned for. Biden knew nothing about it. Who operated the Autopen? That is the biggest question being asked in D.C. They almost destroyed our country, and they should all be in jail. Now, if you've been watching Donald Trump, once a week, he sits at the desk and signs these executive orders in front of you, the American people, so that you know the Autopen is not changing the policies that are directing America, okay? It's supposed to be for like small stuff, a thank you note, a birthday card. But Biden's team, they were manipulating this. They were using it to sign official pardons, get out of jail free cards for like those mentioned. Adam Schiff, his brother, his son, the laundry list goes on. All of the J6 committee, Liz Cheney, just to name a few. But now there's some that didn't get a pardon. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Hussein Obama, Michelle Obama, his wife. There's some people that didn't. Trump says Schiff got a pardon because he didn't deserve it, and Biden didn't even know it happened. Who was running the show? That's what Trump's asking, and it's what every one of us should be asking too. If the president isn't in charge, who is? Some backroom bureaucrat? Some deep state operative? This is the kind of thing that makes you wonder if our government is being hijacked. Now, I know some folks might say, oh, come on, man, it's just a signature. What a big deal. Well, let me tell you, as a Navy vet, I've seen what happens when the chain of command gets fuzzy, when orders aren't clear, or when someone's acting without authority. Things go south fast. Lives are at stake. And this guy's the commander-in-chief. In this case, it's our whole country at stake. Trump saying these Autopen shenanigans were part of a bigger scam by the Democrats to cheat their way through elections and push bad policies. All alleged. He's calling out their fundraising tricks, like something called Act Blue, which is now being investigated. He says they're raking in illegal money, billions, if not millions, from foreign sources. That's not just politics. That's corruption, plain and simple. It's not just the Democrats. There are many Republican congressmen and senators that are also receiving money from other entities outside of America. Here's where it gets personal for me, guys. When I was in the Navy, I served alongside men and women who put everything on the line for America. And here's where it gets personal for me. When I was in the Navy, I served alongside men and women who put everything on the line for America. We didn't care about politics, didn't care if you were a Democrat, didn't care if you were a Republican, a Libertarian, Whig Party, whatever. But to hear that our commander-in-chief was a figurehead with someone else forging his name on critical decisions, that's a slap in the face to every sailor, soldier, airman, Marine, and I think they're called space cadets, whoever saluted the flag. Trump's right. These people almost wrecked our country with their sneaky games. They pardoned criminals, pushed terrible policies, and God knows what else they did. And now they're acting like they did nothing freaking wrong. Well, I say it's time to hold them accountable. Trump is not just blowing smoke here. He's been on this from the start. Last month, he declared Biden's Autopen pardons invalid, null, and void, like a bad check. And he's got backup. The Oversight Project, a group digging into government corruption, found that Biden aide named Neera Tanden was in the middle of this mess. She was the White House staff secretary when these fake-ass signatures were going out, including pardons while Biden was off sipping pina coladas in St. Croix. 6 criminals got pardoned that way, and nobody knows who gave the order. That's not leadership. That is chaos. Folks, this isn't just about one pardon or one signature. It's about trust. When I was in the Navy, you trusted your shipmates, your officers, your mission. How can we trust a government where the president's signature is just a rubber stamp? Trump's calling for justice, and I'm with him. Whoever was behind this Autopen scheme needs to face the music. They need to walk the plank. They need to be investigated, prosecuted, because if we let this slide, what's next? AI, robots running the White House, a foreign government calling the shots. We cannot let this happen, not on our watch. So here's my message to you from one veteran to every American out there. Wake up and smell the coffee. And you can buy some Vet Biker coffee to use to do that. Links in the description. Our country's been through too much to let a bunch of sneaky ass bureaucrats and corrupt politicians run the damn show. President Trump's fighting for us just like he always has. He's shining a light on this Autopen scandal, and we need to back him up. Talk to your friends, your family, your neighbors. Spread the word. Demand answers, because if we don't stand up now, we're letting down every hero who ever fought for this land of the free and the home of the brave. This is your Navy vet signing off with a fire in my heart and a love for this country that'll never quit. Let's make America great again. And some people find that offensive, so they can go to hell. Let's start by locking up the crooks who tried to steal it from us. Stay strong, stay proud, keep fighting the good fight. Vet Bikers out.